Hi, Pillbug9 here with another episode of PillbugCraft. So, well, I guess last time we finished our villager thing here, and we're going to, in the beginning of this episode, which is what we're going to do right now, is... yeah, we used up the villagers in here. I was trying to get a Fletcher because we need to stock, these arrows. This is something that I did off camera, I just installed a dispenser there with arrows of weakness that I crafted. But we really want a villager that will trade those. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the trade, which is why there's not a guy in here that's a Fletcher. But that did empty out these guys, because our villager breeder is set to off, which is good, because we got a couple of villagers from the very beginning of the season that we do need to move down here, zombify, and move them permanently into here. So, that is what we're going to go ahead and do. Whoops. Yeah, we need a minecart, so we'll take that with us. We're also going to probably need to craft some other ones, because there's a few things that we need. That villager with the arrow trade's one of them, but there's a few other things that we need as well. We need a gold farm, because one of the villagers in there sells apples, so we'll be able to get unlimited golden apples once we have a gold farm. And something that we're also going to do down here, which I expanded the hallway down this way a bit so that we could install it. We're going to be putting a melon farm in here later today, once we've moved our villagers under here. So, yes, that way we'll be able to get emeralds from the guy that sells melons. Or the guy that buys melons, rather. And also the guy that buys paper because of the sugarcane farms that we have upstairs. But anyway, I guess let's make another minecart here. We're going to need a few minecarts, actually. Which means, let's go ahead and craft 2 of them, actually. Because the one that we grabbed belongs to a villager machine. And so we're going to need one of these for a minecart with hopper for the melon farm. And now we've got 2 of them to try to move our villagers around with a little faster. So, according to this clock, it does look like it's going to turn night before too long. And I should go ahead and grab more fireworks, too. But I guess I'll go ahead and deal with the night, probably, before I head up to the surface to do this with our villagers. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we've set the day, and now what we need to do is these rails should still be rigged up to go into our villager holding chamber. I'll probably take these out when we no longer need them. Probably off camera. So, yeah. Probably off camera is when I'm going to go ahead and dismantle this rail track here. For the time being, though, we're going to route them up like this. And over to here. We need to bust this off. Okay. So, hopefully we can get this guy in here without too much trouble. We can't place a rail on top of a lectern, apparently. Well then. Let's see if we can fly in with him. Perfect. Okay, so we will need to put this guy in a minecart, of course. Let's see if we can put him in a minecart first here. Ah, first try. Perfect. Perfect. Kinda wish we had a button to go ahead and power that for him, but anyway. We'll break that. Place that. Put this here. Probably another one here, just in case. And one more here. Again, just in case. Hopefully that'll boost him along enough for him to make it. So, this would be our Fortune 3 guy. We can always get these villagers again if something were to happen to them, but hopefully he'll arrive safely. Have a nice trip. Let's make sure that he arrives safe. Okay, so far so good. Gotta make sure that he safely arrives where he's supposed to be here. And there. Now I guess... Hoop. There we go. Perfect, he's now in here. Now, let's, Ender Pearl back up here and go get the mending villager that we have. Okay, the mending villager is right all the way back in here. So, we gotta move the torch. Wandering trader, anything good? I mean, I'm kind of tempted by a few of these, but there'll be other opportunities. It's just right now we're kind of in the middle of something. We'll deal with him some other time. Okay, before we break the iron door, we need to be certain that he's going to definitely make it. Or, we need to be certain that the thing here will work. So, let's see if we can bring it like so. I think one more and he would have been a straight shot. Oh well. We'll just loop it like that. And now we can take down the door because we made the rails all the way to him. We also need to do that. And jump in here. Okay, now we need that. And that. And then a minecart. And then power for the rail. Move, would you? Move back some. Okay, perfect. So we'll push them back onto that rail. Break this. Pick up. And then we need to go ahead and determine where these need to be. And with that flick of the switch, I think our villager will make it when we power the rail. So, yeah, this is the mending guy, alright. He's also got Riptide 3 and Smite 5. So this is a very good villager, so hopefully nothing happens to him on the way there. Yep, so far he looks like he's going to make it. So again, we'll follow him down to make sure nothing can possibly happen to this guy. Hopefully. And okay. Now then. Oop. Yes, got him. Pick up the minecart. Go through there. Actually, what we should do is patch up that hole in the ceiling. There. We'll come back here and put one of these more industrial-looking blocks there in a bit. But anyway, I think we're set here then. Why is the villager indication lamp not on? That's weird. It should be. Did the machine, like, get reversed somehow? Yeah, it did, didn't it? Okay, that's an easy enough thing to fix unless that happens. Hello, give me that, please. Thank you. Well then. That is supposed to be the state that it's in when there's guys in that. Okay, so I guess that's far from a perfect circuit then. But hopefully it's just good enough. Anyway, let's make sure it's lighting right back here. Okay, there. Now it's indicating there's villagers in there. I don't know how it got, like, reversed. It might have been because of us back there, actually. Might have activated twice rather quickly. So, which would not have been good. I always do that for the labeling there. Gotta click it just right. Okay, so I'll hang on to this minecart here. These other ones are going back in there. Okay, so now I guess I get to demonstrate this with one of our guys. So hopefully this works well. Alright, zombified. Now, what we need to do is we hit this button. And yes, it does look like he takes a bit of damage from the arrows, but I'm pretty sure when you hear villagers, what happens is they, when you hear villagers, they, end up regenerating any damage that they took when they were a zombie. So, I do believe that's what happens anyways. I might have to look into that. But I don't think we should have to worry about killing any of our villagers. Anyway, since these guys already have professions, the next two that we're gonna put into the machine here, I'll just go ahead and put these lecterns down so that they can pathfind to them. I guess actually if he chooses this lectern as his workstation, he's never gonna switch over to this one. Yeah. I'll go ahead and break that other one then and place it again when the other guy is ready. I guess now we have to wait. So, I'll be back once this guy's been cured. And then we'll do the other guy, and then we'll turn our villager breeder back on while we go build our melon farm so that we can get a few more guys to see if we can get one selling these arrows. Because otherwise we're going to need like a dragon's breath farm or something, which is going to be a lot harder to do than just getting a villager with that one trade. Although that could be kind of tricky because Fletcher is... the arrows that are tipped like this, the tipped arrows, are the last trade they unlock. So, that's why this thing's set to kill mode by default right now. Should probably set that back just in case we accidentally hit one of those other buttons or something. Don't want to be killing one of our good guys. And I guess I don't know if I showed the second villager that I got. This is a Feather Falling 3 guy. So, I still need to go ahead and level up a lot of these guys, but that's fine. This guy I have leveled up some. This guy's from the last episode. He unlocked Thorns 3, which is actually pretty good. So, we'll be able to sell Thorns and Quick Charge. Well, maybe we won't sell the Quick Charge books, because we're going to be selling crossbows with that on it. So, maybe we won't sell just the books. We'll sell the crossbows with that. Because that enchantment only affects that anyway. And yeah, this guy's got apples for us. And this will be the reason why we need our melon farm. So, yes. Really don't want this guy to disappear, so we're not gonna risk going to sleep until he's been cured. Okay, there we go. This would be our Fortune 3 guy. Knockback 2, Riptide 1. So, yeah, we can get Riptide books and stuff too with that. Still 7 for his Fortune 3. We probably will zombify him again at a later date. But, for now, into the system you go. And I don't know that he's gonna pathfind to this thing right away because it is night. And I hope he pathfinds to it before it gets, like, too... Okay, we'll go ahead and sleep. He doesn't seem to be pathfinding to it. So, we'll go ahead and sleep while we can here because he won't despawn now that he's a villager. Okay, and in he is. So, now we'll repeat the process with our mending guy. We won't have to re-zombify him, but... Yes, we might have to re-zombify any one of them. But anyway, that'll pick up our last guy. We'll turn our breeder back on as well. He's holding a shovel. Okay, hopefully that doesn't mess him up. Right, golden apple, hit the button, golden apple. Okay, and now we wait for this guy. Phew. Right before I started recording here, the game kicked me out of the world. I was afraid that when I came back, the zombie villager was going to have despawned. Nope, he's still here and he just converted, so... Good, that was a bit of a scare there, though. We definitely have to re-zombify him. He's too good of a villager. That's the thing. We would have to re-zombify this guy more than once, actually. But for now, he's just going in. And we gotta wait for this light to turn back on before we can do anything else. So, I think we're good here then. Yeah, there he is. So these guys are, like, pretty much ready for us then. Which is great. Well then, I guess now I need to go ahead and dig out a little room in here for our, melon and pumpkin farm thing. So I think we're not gonna make it that big, just 3 blocks high. And we'll probably, before we actually build, like, the farm... We'll probably hollow out this space here. So, yeah, we'll go 3 blocks back before we go ahead and actually start digging out the space for the farm itself. So, let's see here. I think we have everything we need to make the thing. Let me see, how much space does this need to be? 10 by 9. So, 10 this way, 9 either way. So I guess this is 1. That's for certain. And we're gonna have to, and since it's by 9, that means this is going to be, like, over a bit. Guess we could actually make it so that it's more this way. Because the 2 chests go on one of the corners. If we wanted the 2 chests to be equal with our door, then the farm's gotta be back a little bit. So... I think we're gonna go ahead and do that. So yeah, you've got the edge of the farm here, then these two are the chests. So we're gonna have the chests here, on this plane and here. Or actually in here. This is where the chests would need to go. Because this is the first block in for the farm. Okay, first of all, though, we're gonna go 10 back. So, I'll be back once I've done that. And, of course, link to the tutorial will be in the description, too, if you want to check that out. Okay, that is 10 blocks back. So, we need to go ahead and bring the rest of this back that distance, and then we need to go ahead and figure out 9 over from here, which is going to be the edge of our farm, because we want the door to be centered on the chests. Okay, now we need to go 9 over from here. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll keep going. Okay, I think that takes care of that. Now, I already did it at the beginning of the 10 blocks, so if we mine 10 blocks this way, we should link up perfectly, assuming I've done this right. I don't know that I counted that right. Yeah, I don't think I counted that right. That's definitely more than 10 blocks that way. Well, maybe, which one didn't I count right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I probably counted it wrong there, because I think I counted 9. Yeah, I counted from 1 to 9. That was the problem. There we go, so I gotta fill all of this in now. Lovely. Well, there. The part that wasn't supposed to be dug out's been walled off. So this should be perfect, man. I just need to go ahead and dig out this big chunk of terrain here, which isn't actually that big. So, and then we need to go ahead and, like, dig down a bit, too. So, yes. Matter of fact, since I've got the tutorial linked, I think this is going to be the last that you see of this farm before it's built. So, yes. Just so you can get a sense of how large the thing is. I'll probably come back when we need to go ahead and put the melons in, maybe. The melons and the pumpkins, because I'm not actually certain. We might have to go buy some melons and pumpkins from one of the stores. But, yes. Now, I think we needed to dig 2 blocks down. Which is going to be, like, for underneath the farm here. So, we need to dig this hole 2 blocks deep. And I'll probably be back once we've gotten to the part where we need to potentially go buy, like, materials to finish. Okay, so this would be how we've gotten along right now. The tutorial seemed a little bit weird. The ones over here weren't getting hydrated, so I snuck a bit of water underneath one of these blocks. I think it was underneath this block, actually. So, to make it not turn back to dirt and make sure this will definitely work. Not sure if that was necessary or not, but I don't think we have enough melons or pumpkins to completely seed this place. As I think we need 20 of each. 20 pumpkins, 20 melons in terms of seeds. We need 20 melon seeds and 20 pumpkin seeds. I guess we have enough melons or pumpkins to do that. That's the wrong box. This one. 1 pumpkin. We might have enough melons, though. Whoops, that's 10 more than we needed. We get 4 per pumpkin. Well, guess we can do the melons first, I suppose. But I guess we need to go buy a pumpkin, probably. As I can kind of show you how we're going to be doing this, I suppose. And then fill it up off camera when I go ahead and finish it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, I guess. I'll go ahead and populate it with the rest of the pumpkins off camera. But we'll do the melons together. And there is something that I think we must do in order to boost its efficiency. I think we need to alternate pumpkin with melon. Is it like this, or is it like... I don't know what it's like, actually. I think it's just alternating like that. Although I don't quite know. I think this is the best way for efficiency here, so... Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, we do melon, pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, melon, pumpkin, until the whole thing's filled in. So, I'll go ahead and verify which way you're supposed to do that, but it's something to do with staggering your pumpkins and melons like this, I do believe. But I'll go ahead and put in the entirety of the melons and go get more pumpkins off camera. So, I'll be back once we have this thing built and operational, probably. Okay, and we're back and the farm is done. So, yeah. The observers detect a change in the state of that, and they fire the pistons, which harvests the melons. In just the short time it's been built, it's already been, like, harvesting stuff. I deposited our leftover pumpkins in this chest, which is the only reason there is more pumpkins in here than melons. And yeah, actually, the way you want to alternate these is apparently to alternate the melon and then the pumpkin in rows, which is what I've done here. Here, so row of pumpkin, row of melon, and you need to start on the checkerboard pattern with the ones that you want more of. So I went ahead and I put in the melons first, because we're going to need a lot more of those compared to pumpkins. The melons should catch up eventually. And of course, all the stems need to be grown as well. So, I'm going to have to wait for them to all grow. And yeah, there's some pumpkins that just got harvested there. They'll get picked up by the minecart eventually. Yep. Like that. So this should be efficient enough to feed that. Because we've got only one villager that needs this. And then I kind of did this for the design of this little tiny room in here. There wasn't enough room for pressure plates, and since the door is going to go here, so I figured we'd just use a couple of buttons here. You can press them both, which will give you enough time to get out. Made them wooden buttons so that you can just about get out before they would unpower the door and make it close. So yes, and of course there's crafting tables in here, in the wall, just in case. You need to craft anything out of these. Of course, these melons can probably just be crafted in here. And then you can stick them in like a shulker box if you wanted to place one like here. So, you could place down a shulker box in here. It'd be kind of tight. Or, I guess it'd probably be better to put them down on the ceiling. And then you could go ahead and fill up a whole shulker box full of full melon blocks to trade with the villager. We can also go ahead and trade the paper from the farm upstairs. I really do need a way to send items around the base to various rooms to do stuff, which I probably will work on. But anyway, for now, I think we're pretty good there. We gotta wait for some melons and stuff to accumulate in there before we can try out this guy. see if he can get the pumpkin trade too, because then he'll be twice as useful because we're farming pumpkins and melons over there for villager trading. That's the only reason we're farming them in the first place. But anyway, let's place this here and see if we can actually get a new Fletcher, which off camera I'll go ahead and see if he's the guy that we need or not when I get him to master rank. So anyway, we'll summon a villager here. Perfect. And we'll just do the same thing we've been doing. And I'll leave this here for him. Of course it is night, but I'll stay here until he cures. So, I guess we'll go ahead and finish curing this guy, but then I'm about out of time for this video. So, yes. And all of those guys are staring at us. What are you looking at? Gonna have to go ahead and level up a few of these guys. That's for certain. Okay, time to set this guy's trades. We need ones that are easy to go ahead and do. And we need ones that are easy to do here. That isn't a bad one. Let's see if we can do a little bit better, though. Let's see, we want trades that we can make do with here. Let's try that again. Alright, it looks like this is the first trade that they all seem to have. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and lock him then. 1 second. I probably should have an injured chest installed in here. Thought that opened by itself. Guess not. But yeah. We should have like a storage chest or something of emeralds in here. But yeah. That'll level him up right away, actually. Let's see, what does he have now? Yeah, these are all his standard kind of trades that he always ends up with. I'm ending up with a lot of bows and stuff. We should probably open like a store or something for those, like, as fast as possible, actually. So, because I'm rapidly running out of room for arrows and bows. Anyway, we're gonna send this guy into the stall, and I'll level him up off camera. And by next episode, we'll know if he has the arrows or not. Hopefully by next episode I can get a guy that does have the tipped arrows that we want. But, for now, we'll just send him on his way. So. And I guess also by next time, I will have probably the door to that other room built. I guess my next episode, I'll probably, hopefully have the door to this room built. A decent amount of... Oh yeah, see, the melons are catching up. They've surpassed the pumpkins at this point. So this is the most efficient way to, like, do them. Hopefully, they all end up growing up soon. But yeah, by next time, all of those will probably be grown. We'll know what that guy is selling and whether or not to keep him. And the door will be here. And the ugly minecart track that we use to transport our villagers down here will be gone. I'm planning to remove that off camera, build the door, and level this guy up all off camera in between episodes. So, definitely look forward to that. And, anyway, that's about all the time I have for today. So, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing. Or, if you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving it a like. If you really loved it, consider subscribing. And, well, click the notification bell if you don't want to miss any of the stuff that we're planning to do in the next video. But, anyway, that's about it for me. So, my name is PillbugCraft. Oh, and so long till next time, I guess. What on earth?